Hi everyone, my name is Esredu and I'm welcome you back to my channel. Well, we are back again with our reaction videos, and again I am here to serve you with another beautiful piece from Charlie Kirk that is titled as Charlie Kirk Destroys Rude Marxist Students. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm ready for this particular piece. Alright, so please sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this to the fullest. Let's go!
America is the greatest country ever to exist. Not even close. What country would you say is the greatest?
Define greatest. What makes a country great?
Most productive, most accepting, most generous, most benevolent.
Most accepting?
Yes. We take in half the world's immigrants every single year. How is this not accepting? What does that have to do about not being accepting?
Who are you?
My name is Charlie Kirk and I love America.
Why are you here?
Because I love talking with people I disagree with.
What have you done for your country?
Started an organization that's now on 1,000+ campuses to save the greatest culture and country ever to exist.
Hires vets.
And hires vets.
And hires vets.
And I've had thousands of hours of conversation about these ideas.
What's with the cameras? Is it necessary?
Well, considering I've been assaulted, followed, stalked, and had things thrown at me, the greatest protection I have is cameras. It's a public space. Okay. One second, I want to wrap this up. It's all good. But what country would you say is greater than this one?
You'd have to define great.
I just said, I mean, we take in half.
Your definition of great.
I mean, we are the.
You say that the United States of America has always made the greatest decision, because nobody's perfect, right?
No, I never said America was a perfect country, ever.
Okay, yeah.
Nor have we. We've made a lot of mistakes.
That any other country has done anything great?
No. That's not what I've said.
Then why do you go to that extreme?
Because from an objective analysis.
An objective analysis.
Correct. Of world history. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, exactly.
We are the most creative, the most accepting, the most benevolent, the most generous, most forward-thinking and productive country ever to exist. We are a country that sent 37,000 of our own citizens to die on the Korean Peninsula so South Korea could exist, and we asked for nothing in return. No country's ever done anything close to that. We sent a
education come from?
Reading history.
Reading history.
What did I? How is that not true? What I just said?
Reading what history? What kind of bias stuff?
No, but what am I saying that's untrue? Americans gave away $500 billion to charity last year, voluntarily. We take in half of the world's immigrants. Half.
Do you know how those trusts work?
No.
Do you know that only 5% of the money that you put into a non-profit or a charity even has to be used?
So
Which is more than they make on interest, you realize.
So most charities and most foundations will use 90+% of the net assets they get every single year. What?
Got any facts with you?
Yeah, you can look at the IRS website. I understand what I'm saying might bother you, but we're also the most accepting, least racist, most diverse, multiracial country in the world by far. We've been in. Okay, how? Look at the United.
The most accepting.
We take in half the world's immigrants every single year.
So. You don't think other countries do other? Why is most America in poverty?
Most America's not living in poverty.
Really?
Yes, really.
Are you educated on that subject?
We're the richest country in the world, by far. We have an American middle class, which is a uniquely American concept.
Poor people? You ever walk down the street and seen all the homeless people?
Excuse me, I grew up in a gang-infested neighborhood. So you want to talk to poor people? I'm talking, and we're talking to you from a perspective of people that have experienced.
You know that America's poor are actually in the richest 1% in the world.
How much research have you done?
A remarkable amount.
The richest 1% of what?
Of people in the world.
How's the richest 1%? What about the rest of us?
No, what I'm saying is that a very poor person in America is relatively extraordinarily rich by world standards. Yes.
Why would you say that?
Because they have access to air conditioning, medical care, cable television, Wi-Fi, transportation.
Have access to medical care?
90+%.
Bankruptcy?
What is Medicaid? Tell me what Medicaid is.
Medicaid.
45 million poor Americans have access to health care through a Medicaid.
They reach the median level of income, but they can't afford their medical bills.
They can go on Medicaid. That's what Medicaid is for. How many people are on Medicaid?
How many?
45 million. We have a safety net for poor people. It's called Medicaid.
Okay.
Run by
Why are
state
so many
exchanges.
homeless people living on the street with mental health problems?
In Oregon? Because
Yes,
the
well that's
governor-
because of a Democrat governor and a Democrat mayor and a Democrat supermajority in the House and the Senate. You show me an American ghetto, I'll show you a Democrat in control. Philadelphia, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland. The prosperous states, the states that...
blame Democrats?
Yes. Yes, there hasn't been a Democrat governor of Oregon since 1982. I mean, a Republican governor of Oregon since 1982.
Is that a great time? Is 1982 a great time for Republicans? Is that, why is it Republican Democrat? You know anything about progressives?
Because Republicans generally... What about progressive? What is?
You know anything about the progressive
You mean
party?
socialists or Marxists?
Socialists? Are you going to call me a communist next
I'll call
time?
you a Marxist.
About anything outside of your bubble?
What do you think about Karl Marx? Karl Marx.
Karl Marx.
Bingo. Yeah, I mean, he is the author of basically everything the progressive movement believes. Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto.
Communist manifesto.
Have you?
Say that progressives are communists.
Because the progressives argue for everything that is democratic socialism. So Bernie Sanders, who is the...
So criminal justice reform.
I believe in criminal justice reform. You and I could agree with that.
Part of the progressive party.
Do you believe in free education?
I mean, it depends. Is it state education?
Do you believe?
Are you talking about private education?
Do you believe?
Where do you draw the lines? I mean, high school education is free, right?
No, it's not. You pay property taxes. It's far from free. You pay a lot more in property taxes than you'll ever get out of your local high school education. Nothing is free. Everything is paid for by somebody at some point. The most prosperous parts of the world and in this country are more center-right conservative Republican leadership. Thank you for the conversation.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this has been another beautiful, educative conversation between Charlie Kirk and a college student. I love the demeanor of the lady. I really like it. I really like it. At the latter part of the video, Charlie said something which really caught my attention. He said nothing is free because somebody pays for it at a point in time, which reminds me of something that happened in my part of the world during a surge in the novel coronavirus, talking of COVID-19. Yep, during that time, my government gave us about 3 months free electricity and water bill. But guess what? Right after the pandemic, the kind of bills that was being paid by households clearly indicate that we have been surcharged for what was given us for free. And bro, it was mind-blowing and mind-boggling. So immediately Charlie made mention of that. It reminded me of the fact that clearly nothing is for free, because we end up paying at a point in time. Even if you do not pay for it today, your future generation will end up paying for it in one way or the other. I believe that's right. Alright, let's come back to the topic of discussion for the day. Yep, so in the course of this particular video, Charlie Kirk described America as the greatest country. And this is something I disagree. Trust me, the word great is relative. And he cited examples for this particular assertion from him. One was the fact that America is the most generous country. Bro, no doubt. I even say this among my peers on a daily basis. I know for a fact that America is generous, one of the most generous countries globally. It may even be the most generous country, as you made mention of, because I know for a fact that aside the American government giving support, grants, or coming to the aid of most countries, American citizens also willingly support most of the non-governmental organizations in the developing countries. So clearly, America is generous, but that does not make America the greatest country in the world. The word great is relative, as I made mention previously. Charlie also cited an example that America is the most creative country. They give room to a lot of immigrants. Bro, that does not necessarily make America the greatest country. Have you ever considered that the innovative and creativity of America you are talking about could be credited to the immigrants you just made mention of? Again, I still do not consider America to be the greatest country in the world. Clearly, you may have done certain things to support different countries in most part of the world. But don't also forget that you may have also done something to destroy and dampen the spirit of most countries in the world. So as you are destroying America as the greatest country in the world, another school of thought will even be describing America as the worst country in the world at this very minute. So, I still stand on my grounds. I love America, but America is not the greatest country in the world. Like, I don't know, why will he even base on those topical issues to describe America as the greatest, bro? Being benevolent, accepting immigrants. Yes, I know that in every blessed year there are about millions of there are about millions of immigrants trying to make their way or trying to make headway to America. But bro, as I said previously, the word great is relative. So if thousands of immigrants are trying to make their way to America and you are describing America great, then why don't you use your greatness to make their homes better, to prevent them from coming over? You understand what I'm talking about? You can't just sit somewhere and describe your country as the greatest. I don't even know the kind of lens you are using or the kind of lens you are speaking from. Clearly, you love America just like how I also love my country. Even though there are a lot of crazy things happening, bro. I normally I normally disagree with a lot of stuff being done by the government and other supporting political parties here and there. But I still love my country. I still love my country. There are a whole lot of stuff going on in my part of the world that sometimes even makes me an angry citizen. But I still love my country. But I wouldn't just wake up one day and just describe my country as the greatest in the world. Nah, bro. I disagree with Charlie on that particular session. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't talk much on this particular subject. Please keep your comments coming. Let me hear from you. Is America the greatest country in the world? Please, the ball lies in your own nose. Do share your thoughts at the comment section on this beautiful subject, and definitely I'll respond to it. Once again, my name is Esredu, and I'm so excited we've gotten the opportunity to react to this particular piece. If you love the content I do create, or if you love what I do, and you genuinely want to be part of this beautiful family, do want to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and keep your comments coming. Peace.